Okay guys, let's do one live price action. So I'm just doing the price action for LT. Okay, looking at the naked chart, it clearly shows this is a uptrend stock because it went up, it had a retracement, and slowly this is making higher highs and higher lows combination. This is where your pattern will help you. If I look at the stock, the 200 moving, it's above the 200 moving average, so I don't even need this line now. But now just check what pattern this is making. So without plotting the pattern, it's very difficult for you to know whether the stock is at resistance or support. Now stock went up and it is coming down, and all of a sudden you see a sort of wicks getting developed here, and also you see all of a sudden green candle. So ideally let me show you. Ideally, right, if I plot the line, let me delete this thing. Right, this was my initial price action. This is making the higher highs, higher lows and higher highs, but I'm expecting the stock to come here based on the price action technically, right? So we all will say that I'll just put a alert here and I'll expect the price to come. But what if it makes a move, right? How to know, right? Definitely price action is the key. Okay, so now you have to draw this pattern. See, whenever it took the resistance, came down, second time resistance came down, third time resistance, multi-level, check the wicks. Okay, let me zoom this so that you will get to know. This is the advantage of the wicks. What did I say in Sunday's session last weekend? Whenever you see huge wicks getting developed at the resistance, so that will give you a sort of confirmation. Now this made a wicks here again. Stock came until this line, almost like 2187, but all of a sudden again the buyers moved it upside, and then there is a follow-up candle. Now how to know whether the stock can be bullish? Same thing is, just go to Contra. This is the LT, right? This particular. So check selling, 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 and then all of a sudden two buying. So what do we understand, right? Selling, 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 all of a sudden two buying. So will this white color trend line, which acted as a resistance here and here, will act as a support here? That's the key, right? So now this is where, if you enter here, guys, if you enter here, your target will be this one for sure. If you enter, if you might have, even if you enter here, right, your target will be almost like 5%, but your stop loss will also be huge. Okay, your stop loss will also be huge, 4%. I don't mind getting into the stock, but what I'll do is, like, I'll put my initial stop loss here, maybe the low of this candle, right? Maybe 2% stop loss, right? By just taking the risk of 2% stop loss, even if I'm planning to go, but just taking the risk of, let's say, 2% stop loss, my target would be somewhere here. So this is almost like 1:3.36. Or else if you want to make your stop loss at this trend line, okay, this trend line, so then you have 1:1. So I would not recommend you to go for 1:1. So it's up to you guys. Now just see the price action. If I do not have this trend line, you'll not get to know why this has taken the support from here. You'll think stock will come here. That's the beauty of the trend line, and also taking the support of the right data. Got it? So now if there is a two longs getting built up, ideally I was expecting short covering, but longs are getting built up. Second thing, guys, what will happen if the short coverings will also come here? Now there are two long builds up here. Let's say this many people went short continuously, so now they will do the short covering. So question, you should ask that question: when the short coverings are there, will the stock come down or will the stock go up? Simple, right? We have longs getting built up. Check this, longs getting built up. Stock is making a green candle here, and it was a huge red candle, but slowly there was a long built up. This red candle has changed to green. So now tomorrow, if longs are getting built up, day after tomorrow longs are getting built up, so the stock will go up obviously. But just in case, if you see a sort of short covering also, guys, short covering also getting built up here, maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, still the stock has the potential to go up, because shorts are covering their loss. Either, see, I'll tell you, maybe people who went short here, they will be covering their losses, because the moment they went short, continuously the next day market was bullish, not market LT, even today. So this guys will cover their losses. Maybe people who might have went short this on this day, 11th April or 12th April, they will be doing the short covering to cover their profit. Got it? So whenever we see short covering, it is not always people are covering their profit. These people are covering their profit, but these people who went short are covering their position with losses to recover, to book the losses, basically not to book the profit. So let's see, right? So what I need, if it is a long, it will go up. Even if it is a short covering, it will go up. And even tomorrow we might see long unwinding. People who went long here, they'll be doing long unwinding. So we see a sort of this one, this blue color, right? Maybe this one, long unwinding. Where do we see? We do not see the long unwinding. Basically, honest I'm telling, either it was short or short covering majority of the time. Okay, so let's see. So we need short covering, long unwinding, and long. If these three things are getting developed in LT, stock will go up unless and until we see more of short. So tomorrow suddenly we see shorts getting built up, right? You have to map it with the price action. So your stop loss should be below this low of the VIX, right? This is the way, guys, we have to do the price action with what do we say, tech, with this trend line supports. Okay, cross trend line support, dynamic trend line support. Don't ever use only the horizontal support and resistance. You have to use the patterns like what do we say, the see, what is this? Basically this is a sort of triangle pattern, this white color, and let me make this other color, so that, like, this white color line is a sort of triangle pattern, right? It went up, came down, took the support, went up, took the resistance, came down again, support, resistance, support. Finally this gave the breakout. So once it gives the breakout, so now this will act as a strong resistance in future, because if you see, this is a trend line. So maybe even if the stock comes up, right, so this will act as a resistance. It might come down again, it might form a parallel channel, and then finally it can give a breakout, or else it will form a parallel channel and then it can give the breakdown. Then this line will act as a support. Okay, if this line goes down, even if this line gets split, this might act as a support. So all about market structure, guys. Price action is all about market structure. You have to identify the rejections. Whenever it took support, it went up, took support, it went up, took support, it went up, again took support, it went. Check the VIX, took support, it went up. So even now it is taking a support at this thing. So now, just to know whether this is a genuine breakout or breakdown, time will say, but you should have the levels. If you go long here, your stop loss should be low, or else your stop loss can be this thing. Or else if you're not an aggressive trader, you want to not enter into the stock, just wait until this resistance is broken, then you can enter here, or else wait if the stock comes to your support and then you can enter it here. But if you're an aggressive trader, just enter it here with a strict stop loss of first stop loss and the second stop loss and your target. Once this resistance also get breached, then you can trail your stop losses. From this you can move your stop loss to cost, then 2%, 4%, 6%. This is the way you have to do. All right, thank you, guys.